mentioned this the other day, the fact that marijuana today has become, what do you call it? Commercialized. It's no longer like, oh my gosh, that guy smokes marijuana. Right? He smokes weed over there. Oh my gosh, that guy's a drug. He's this. Today, it's kind of like, you want to use it? You don't want to use it? It's up to you. What do you want to put in your body?
Like
do
alcohol.
What you got to. Yeah, like alcohol, right? Marijuana's kind of become like alcohol. That's a good way of putting it. Do you think when you were competing, it was hush-hush to not say that you're using steroids, PED, or any of that stuff, versus today it's becoming more open than before?
Yeah.
Do you think that's a good thing to make it commercialized?
Yeah.
So we have to be more comfortable talking about the fact that everybody's on something that's competing at the highest level.
Yeah.
You were giving a speech one time when you said, one time Flex pulled you aside and said, hey man, what do I need to do to compete? And you said he introduced you to all this stuff, the PEDs, all that other stuff, and then you were able to start competing. How much do you think today's Mr. Olympia brand, like what strategy do you think for yourself they need to take to be able to make it so open to say, look, it's like taking things you want to take. Some of it could hurt your body, but it's up to the person that wants to take it. You drink alcohol, it can give you liver cancer, it can give you a lot of different things, but if you want to drink it, it's at your own risk. If you want to smoke cigarettes, you can get, cancer, throat cancer, but it's at your risk. You want to smoke weed, you want to do steroids, or you want to do PED, it's at your own risk. Do you think they need to take that step? Do you think they need to start talking about that?
Yeah.
How do you go about doing that? If you're sitting on the board of Mr. Olympia to be able to revive this brand, what's your approach?
Well, I think if they did the way I did it, I think it would be a lot better, because I was doing everything that I did was prescribed, and I had doctors and stuff, making sure everything was okay.
Everything you used was always prescribed?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what it was?
No matter what it was, because, the DA came in and started questioning everybody, and like, what you doing, what you taking. So you had to be up front, because, the public. So once they did all that, I just followed, the rules. So I went in, got a doctor, and got prescriptions for everything, because like I said, DA was monitoring everything. And I made sure, I did my checkups and followed, protocol and everything, and just did it the right way. And, and it was the best thing for me, because, look at how I looked and what I went through, and I'm still here and still doing fine and still doing great, except for the bad surgeries I went through, but everything else is all good. And so that's because I did everything the right way,
Got it.
Yeah.
So
I wasn't buying stuff off the streets.
That's the problem. So you're saying the issue
getting
is
black market stuff, not knowing what I'm getting. Everything I was getting was from the pharmacy, being prescribed by doctors, that's keeping up with my progress. And I'm going through all these blood tests and everything, making sure.
At that time, when you're going through it.
When I was competing. So I think if it's done that way, everybody can benefit. But the sport is not controlled in that kind of way.
So you think it needs to be...
I did it that way because, I was kind of like forced to do it that way once the DA got involved and came in.
What year was that when the DA got involved?
I want to say oh man, what year did they bring us all in?
Is that the same time where Tom Platz interviewed yourself, Baker, and all those guys, or is that the same era? When they did that and it was a blurry...
It was right after that. Like maybe a year or two after that.
So you guys were still uncomfortable to be able to talk. You had to kind of make the voice and all that stuff going.
Yeah.
But if you were competing today, hey, here's what's going on. These are some of the things I'm using.
Yeah.
I agree with you there, because for me...
People think I was doing way more than what I was doing.
You were not.
They think I wasn't doing nothing nobody else wasn't doing,
Were you doing more than what your peers were doing, or no?
I kind of think we're all kind of like on the same level.
Okay.
There's only so much you can do, to where it's going to be effective, No matter how much of something you take, you look at these baseball players and all these guys, they've taken stuff, but they don't look like bodybuilders and stuff like that. They're just like normal people. So it all goes back to genetics and stuff too. You know, you got to be genetically gifted to do certain things. You know, I couldn't play baseball and probably not football and basketball either, but I could be a pretty good bodybuilder.